Let's talk about how to actually build one. What tools do you need? How do you get from idea to execution? Let's break it down. The good news is you don't need to be a coder or AI expert to set up an agent. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through how to build your first AI agent using n8n. To sign up, click the link in the description to get the best available price and a 14-day free trial for n8n Cloud. If you plan to use n8n long-term, I recommend setting it up on your own server. It'll cost much less over time. You'll find a link to a step-by-step setup video in the card at the top right and in the description below. For this video though, I'll just sign up for a free n8n Cloud trial. To begin the sign up process, click the sign up button on the n8n homepage. Enter your personal information to create an account, then complete the brief onboarding survey. You'll have the option to watch an introductory video, which can provide additional context if you want. Once finished, click Start Automating to proceed. This action will direct you to the n8n dashboard where you can begin building your first workflow. When you land on the n8n overview page, click Start from Scratch. After that, we'll click the big plus to add our first step, a trigger. We'll set our trigger to be a chat message, then we'll return to the canvas. Next, we'll click the small plus button on the right side of the trigger node to add actions to our workflow. From there, we'll select AI, then AI agent. This adds a node that has connectors for all the key parts of an AI agent we discussed previously, like the input, the brain, memory, tools, and a space for post-processing actions. To connect to the brain, we'll click the plus button with the label Chat Model. You can connect just about any major LLM, but we'll use OpenAI for now. You'll need an API key from your OpenAI account. This uses a pay-as-you-go setup, which is separate from a regular ChatGPT subscription. To set this up, go to platform.openai.com and log in or sign up. Then under Settings, add a minimum of $5 worth of credits to the account, create a new project, and generate an API key. An API key is like a password, and OpenAI only shows it once, so be sure to store that key somewhere safe and don't share it with anyone. Back in n8n, paste in your key to connect to the agent's brain. Then hit Open Chat and send a quick hello. You'll get a message back to confirm that the brain is connected. Now let's make our agent smarter. Add a simple memory module so it can remember recent interactions, and then we'll give it a few tools. We'll add Wikipedia for fun facts and SerpApi to pull real-time news in from Google Search. SerpApi also needs an API key, so grab one for free from serpapi.com, then paste it into n8n. Once everything's hooked up, try a prompt like, "Give me a news story from today and a fun fact about a random animal." You'll see the agent think, search using the provided tools, and respond, all automatically. In just a few minutes, we've officially built a functioning AI agent in n8n. But right now, we're limited to chatting with it inside of n8n, and it only has a couple of tools. So how can we level this up to make it run on its own without being prompted? To transform the agent from a simple chatbot into a fully autonomous worker that sends us a daily briefing, we need to do a few key things. First, we give it more tools. For example, by connecting it to OpenWeatherMap, it can pull in the daily forecast. The more relevant tools you provide it, the more capable your agent becomes. You could even add tools like company databases, whatever the agent needs to gather and generate information. Next, we replace the manual chat trigger with an automatic schedule trigger. Instead of waiting for you to prompt it, the agent wakes up on its own, let's say at 8 a.m. every day, and starts working. In n8n, you just swap out the chat trigger for a scheduled one. Now it runs on its own. You can also set it to run on weekdays only, trigger at different times, or even add conditions like only send if new data is found. But autonomy isn't just about timing. Your agent needs clear instructions. If you're not chatting with it directly, how does it know what to do? That's where system prompts come in. A system prompt is like a mission briefing. You define what you want the output to look like, things like the format, structure, tone, and anything to avoid. For example, you might say something like, "Every morning, gather the weather for San Francisco, pull in 2 to 3 positive trending news stories, and find a fun fact from Wikipedia. Don't repeat anything from previous days, and format it like a mini email newsletter in Markdown." Then to turn that output into a real email, we convert the markdown it gives us to HTML, clean it up with an AI formatting step, and send it to your inbox using Gmail. The result is a polished newsletter that's generated and delivered without you lifting a finger. To make the agent even more helpful, we give it a knowledge base. Using a Google Sheet, we can log every single news story and fun fact it sends out. Then, before it writes the next report, it first checks that log to avoid repeating itself. That way, it learns from what it's already sent. Now, a quick tip: don't ask one agent to do everything. Just like people, agents perform better when they focus on a single task. If you overload one with too many jobs, like writing the briefing, formatting it, and updating the log, it can get confused or cut corners. Instead, break the workflow into smaller parts. You can use separate AI nodes for writing, formatting, and logging so that each one has a clear responsibility. If needed, you can even use multiple agents in sequence or in parallel with one agent coordinating the others. This kind of modular setup not only makes your workflow more reliable, it also makes it easier to update or troubleshoot if something breaks later. In the end, what you've built isn't just a workflow. It's a whole system that thinks, remembers, acts, and gets better over time, all inside of n8n and all without code.